airing today. Apparently, you shouldn't panic, but we will watch that for you. Welcome back to Fox 40 Live with Natalie and Rosemary and a special guest. What do you do if your kids are misbehaving or somebody else's kids are misbehaving in a restaurant? How much do you tip your waiter? We're here with our etiquette expert, Rebecca Black. Hi, Rebecca.
It's nice to meet all of you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Yeah. All right, well, let's jump right into it. Kids are misbehaving. They're mine or somebody else's. What do you do in a restaurant?
Well, if you're just a visitor at a restaurant, well, there's really not much you can do unless they're yours.
Okay.
If they're yours, then you should tether them. You know, bring them back in. I mean, you're responsible. Little parenting skills here, it helps, right?
Yeah. No, I was never prouder than when my kids behaved well at a restaurant. And it's a shame that it's almost an exception to the rule. We've had people come by and say, your kids were so well behaved. So
it's a tough one.
Yeah, that is a tough one because you almost want to like scoot right next to the parents, start talking on your cell phone as a single, you know?
That's a
this
great
is what
idea.
I can do, you know?
I've got two little ones,
I'm gonna disrupt your meal.
I appreciate when they put me in a corner with all the other kids because then I can feel more comfortable because I know, my goodness.
Yeah.
It's a big one for me. I wait at a lot of tables. What's the official word on tipping? I'm sure I overtip.
15% to 25. Well, actually, sky's the limit, but 20 is about the norm, really.
Okay.
We shouldn't
Is this
give less than
pre-tax or after-tax?
pre-tax.
Pre-tax.
Yeah.
I never thought about deducting the tax.
So let's give an example then. Let's say you have maybe a $50 meal, then how much would you tip?
Oh, gosh, you're going to make me do math?
$10.
It's just etiquette here.
20% is 10.
Directed at Paul.
20% is $10. So
$10, okay.
yeah, there you go.
Now, I usually try to leave a little extra because I usually leave a whole lot of mess, and it's not me, but my kids will leave all sorts of stuff on the ground underneath, you know, the high chair and such.
The risk they take when they let kids in the restaurant. You expect kids, I think, to make a mess. Now, we had a graphic going there. Let's tick off some of the ones that are on the graphic because we don't have unlimited time, and there's some really good stuff on here. Use your indoor voices. That's good. And as Natalie said, the cell phone can be incredibly obnoxious in there.
Absolutely. And indoor voices for adults, too. I think that a lot of people forget that you're a visitor when you're visiting the restaurant. It's not your home.
Sure. So, you're a guest that can be exited out.
I was really happy to see treat the waitstaff politely. As a former waiter, and I waited a bunch of tables, here's my pet peeve as a waiter.
Yes, please.
Are you ready for this? You check in and you say, how's your dinner? And they say, everything's fine. And then as you're clearing the plates, they say, you know, my steak was very tough. Listen. Complain early, we can fix it. But don't complain at the end of a meal that you had a problem.
Exactly.
Isn't that a good one, Rebecca?
Yes, I love that one.
Thank you
yes,
very much.
you should really speak up because the owner really wants to know, the chef wants to know, because you give them an opportunity to fix the problem instead of going outside and telling everybody.
Yeah.
And I think you offered some really great advice, too. I was reading this ahead of time as far as before you order, make sure you know what's in that meal and how it's going to be cooked so you don't run the risk of getting something that you don't want.
You bet, always ask. We got a nice list of don'ts here, starting off with another pet peeve of mine, don't be late, because they're holding that table for you.
Exactly. It's a promise for a period of time. So if you've made that reservation, you have promised to be there.
And I can't wear a hat?
To do so. No, I was a little surprised. I don't normally wear hats, but even to like a bar and grill, I could see a 4-star, 5-star, but
no, really, because it's all about respect. And when you show up at somebody's house with a hat on inside, isn't that kind of disrespectful?
You're killing me here. You're killing me with this one.
taking us back. All right.
And then this is kind of an interesting one. Don't clean utensils or anything on the table with your napkin.
Yes.
Or you just ask for another one? Is that what you do?
Exactly. Because it's like going again to somebody's house and taking out your handkerchief, which nobody carries anymore, and cleaning everything on the table.
And the
I
last.
thought you meant just don't even touch, just eat with the dirty spoon. But just ask for a replacement. The last one, I wish my husband were watching this because
is he a nose blower?
He's guilty. I know.
Oh, Jose.
No blowing the nose at the table. Thank you very much.
Grossing me out.
On behalf of waiters everywhere, thank you very much for doing that.
Rebecca.
It's very nice, Rebecca. All right, shall we check the weather?